Ancient kinsmen call my name, far off in the night. My heart it stood restless, and I knew not why. Memory's spark was there, the twinkling of the eye. I heard the thunder and saw the flash, the stormy sky did speak. A voice whispered to my soul, you are not all for me. Of the eastern stranger are not yours to bear. You have heard the raven speak and seen the eagle stare. Battle's pain and scold's words, born of flowing mead, steps along the lonely path where waits the eight-legged steed.
Hello. So I have returned from Isengard. I am pretty fed up, to be honest. I'm getting really sick of this job. I don't like working with these orcs. And I'm also being taxed into oblivion now, and a whole load of money is being taken out for my pension. Which, I don't even want to live long enough to have a pension, quite frankly. But anyway, my brother is still living with me, and he's often sick. He's sick of his job as well, and I don't blame him. He is a grim fucking job. But, I come home one day and he was using AI to change pre-existing photographs into AI generated videos. And so he showed me what he'd been doing, and it was a picture of me sitting in the garden, and he took that picture and turned it into me running off with an African bride, and another one where I turned my head to kiss a hench black man. Yes, very funny, very funny. So, yeah, he has very productive time at home. But all he does is just sit around and fucking eat slop all day long. He just eats McDonald's, drinks Coca-Cola. That's all he does. I've tried cooking for him, because I like cooking. I never really get takeaway. I get fresh vegetables, I get pies, I get, fish as well, sometimes. And so I've been doing that, and I've been cooking for him, but he just won't bother cooking for himself. He's happy just getting McDonald's every day. Yeah. Grim. But anyway. Yeah, I am sick and tired of life at the moment, to be honest. I'm sitting in my room in the dark, and it's during the day, and I can't be bothered to do anything. Skyrim doesn't work anymore. It's a cope that just doesn't work for me anymore at all. I got nothing to sort of motivate me anymore. Nothing to work for, nothing to work towards. Yeah, Video games don't do anything for me at all anymore. Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, nothing works for me anymore. I don't care. And I'm just sick and tired of working with filthy N-words and these people who have no respect. You know, I come in with a badge, a remembrance badge, one day, because I just forgot I got one. It's just something I do every year. I just get myself a remembrance badge, and so I come into work wearing it, and at lunchtime, obviously eventually I just get surrounded by orcs that I just want to sit on my own. I just want to sit on my own. That's the whole reason why I sit on my own, is because I want to be on my own. But then I just get surrounded by fucking orcs. I don't like people at the best of times, but fucking I just get sick of orcs, man. But they come and sit next to me and they ask me about the pin, and they say, why do you want to remember them? Well, who cares anymore? And it's like, what are you talking about? This was not your war. And if we lost the war, you lot wouldn't be here. I got fucking furious. But if I say any more, that'd be the job finished. But yeah, if I had it my way, I'd fucking send them all back on their fucking banana boats and would never allow them to return. They desecrate their soil with their presence. And I'll make sure that those people who fought and died during the wars, make sure that their sacrifice meant something instead of absolutely fucking nothing. What a joke. What a joke things have turned out to be. But that's how it is. Isn't it? If you honestly believe that fucking voting for Nigel Farage will change anything, you're delusional. Do you think that voting will actually change anything? Anyway, I'm sick and tired of the constant noise, the jabbering in different languages, because it's just like I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking Star Wars characters. You know, like these rude, obnoxious, fucking loud people. Like that fucking African guy comes and sits next to me, and he puts his arm around me and starts doing a FaceTime on his phone to his family back in Africa, and he's going, "This is my best friend. This is my best friend." And I'm going, "Why do you bother me, Enwa?
Why do you bother me, Enwa?
Why do you bother me? I don't want to talk to your family. I don't know who they are." And these people that they don't line up, you know, they have no common courtesy or even any common sense for that matter. But, you know, English people, we line up for things, and they fucking push in front of you, and you need to stand your ground, right? You need to say, no, you're not going in front of me, or push them back, right? Push them the fuck back, and make it clear that you exist. You know, you're not someone who could be trampled on. You are a native, right? You stand your ground. You push them the fuck back if necessary, because they'll push you over if they feel like it. They will. They're rude, obnoxious, loud, fucking grim people. The fucking gypsies are always like, you know, coughing up fucking phlegm all the time. They are grim as fuck. What a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. That we allow it's just an open border policy. Nothing matters anymore. Nothing matters anymore in this country. They don't give a fuck about anything. It's just fucking terrible. Gondor has fallen. Rohan has fallen. And the orcs have overrun us. It's depressing. I witnessed a guy get his hand ripped off the other week. He's fucking doesn't speak any English or anything, but he had been told not to put his hand in the fucking machine many times. And we even got someone who spoke his language to tell him not to put his hand in the machine, right? And so he puts his hand in the machine, and within like a second, like, you can see his hand twist round, break, and then just get torn off. And then, blood splashed everywhere. I think there was like some blood on my face. But I just wasn't fazed. I wasn't fazed at all. A normal person would be mortified by this. I wasn't fazed. I just carried on all day with a bit of blood splashed on my cheek. I've got a job to do. He had been told many fucking times not to put his hand in the machine. What else can you do? If he's not going to listen, he's not going to listen. But it could have been worse. That could have happened to a native. Now, that would have been tragic. But, yeah. That was something. That was something that happened. And also, I curb stomped a tiny brown man. A tiny orc, I mean. Sorry. So, there's a gate, right? And when you enter in the morning and leave, you've got to pass through the gate, and you need a key card. And the key card is only for authorised personnel, okay? And so it has a locking mechanism. If you unlock the gate and try and let through somebody who isn't authorised, somehow the gate knows, and the gate will lock, right? And it will lock until security comes to unlock it. Come and see what the problem is, right? So it's early in the morning, it's pitch black, and I'm marching towards the gate to go to work, right? I come up to the gate, and I get my key card out, and I press it on the thing, and I unlock it. Really quickly, a tiny man, a tiny orc, who's literally half my size, pushes his way in front of me to try and enter a place he is not authorised to enter. And so, I don't know he's there. I didn't even know he was in front of me. So I unlock the gate, I push the gate open. This tiny man pushes in front of me. I knee him in the back. He falls down. And I was like, oh, what was that? I felt something then. He falls down, and then the gate locks, right? The mechanism locks, because I was trying to let in a fucking midget who wasn't authorised. And I'm like, And then the gate stops, and I'm like, why is the gate stopped? And then I'm stepping forward, and I'm stomping and standing all over this tiny man who's laying down on the floor, right? And I'm going, oh, the gate's locked. And I look down, and I'm like, what the fuck am I standing on? And I see this tiny man laying in a clump on the floor. And I'm like, oh shit, it's a person. So I get down and I pick him up by the scruff of his neck, just lift him up to his feet, and I just shove him out the way, and I go, fuck off, you're not coming in here. You shouldn't have got in my way, fuck off. And I was taken to the office for it. And so, yeah, the people there were all hysterical, because he told them that I was trying to attack him, that it was an attack. You know, I'm fucking 6'4", I'm fucking 14 stone. Of course, I'm just gonna fucking demolish him. And so, the people in there, they didn't speak English, so they're all hysterical, and they're going, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. And so I find someone who does speak English, some American or Canadian bloke or whatever he was, I don't know. But I come to him, and so I explain to him the situation. He thinks that I attacked him, even though I didn't even know he was there. I didn't do it on purpose. I just knocked him over, and I stepped all over him while he was on the floor. It was an accident, honestly. But I mean, look at him. He's tiny, and yeah, and he was trying to push through into a place he wasn't authorised to enter. And so I explained very calmly to this bloke, and he said, don't worry about it, mate. It sounds like it was an accident, okay? It's fine, don't worry about it. I'll explain to everybody else, don't worry. And so he let me on my way. So, yeah, luckily that was resolved. And if you're ever in a situation like that, find someone who speaks English. You know, so, yeah, I got this American or Canadian or whatever he was to sort this out for me. There you go. I have a Romanian guy who works with me, and I explained to him, I told him what happened that morning. He thought it was hysterical. He thought it was the funniest thing ever, right? And he said, all I can picture is the scene from Jurassic Park: The Lost World, when the T-Rex comes and stamps on that man into the puddle. I was thinking of something completely different. But yeah, I totally fucked his face up, and he had like a split lip and a nosebleed and stuff. It looked bad. It did look bad. But it was not on purpose. It was not on purpose. I did not know he was there. A normal day, like any other. I'm zoned out. I can see around me there's a sea of foreign faces. But I continue working, and then suddenly a woman approaches me. She's very tall, 6 foot, blue eyes, pale white skin, long golden blonde hair. She begins talking to me, and I make her laugh a few times, and things go very well. She can speak English fluently, as she's Rus. She seems to be very keen. She comes across as quite a old-fashioned, shy but traditional woman. I give her the nickname the Valkyrie, and I can't help but feel that this interaction is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like divine intervention. Like, Woden has patted me on the back and said, there you go, this is your opportunity, sort of thing. And I will not waste this opportunity. I will try to claim her. I don't know whether I can, I don't know whether I will, but I will try to claim her. She may not be Anglo-Saxon, but her features are undeniably Nordic. She's 20 years old, which is perfect, as I intend to breed. Quite honestly, I have no interest in a woman who's like 27 or 28 or something. That kind of woman would be absolutely worthless as far as I'm concerned. A woman who doesn't desire to have children, I'm afraid, is extremely unnatural, and utterly worthless. I have no interest in a woman who is a similar age or a little bit younger than me. A woman who's around 19, 20, 21 is perfect. And I have no interest in wasting time. With Valkyrie, if I get to claim her, I will breed her. And she will have beautiful, magnificent, elven children. You know, the Anglo-Saxons described elves as being these ethereal beings with long golden hair, pale white skin and blue eyes. She is quite literally an elf. But if it goes anywhere, now that remains to be seen. We will wait and see. As I've always intended to have many children, many sons, I know exactly what I would name them. After some of the greatest Anglo-Saxon kings. Alfred, Harold, Edmund, etc. It would be wonderful, and I would truly have peace in this world. As peace and happiness remains to be found,